So Alex, I'd like to pick up on this concept of real work.
Yeah.
I think most teams believe they're trying to get real work done. They think they're very busy. There's too much going on, but they're focusing on real work. So how do we break that down? What's actually not working in this model?
Right. So I think what most people would tell you is that the majority of meetings they go to, that they're actually listening to other team members talk about their work, what they're doing in their silo for themselves. And they're asked to either give some advice or not, but they're not really working on something with those team members that's collective. So if you think about, let's say, 6 types of work that can be done in a meeting. The first one is information sharing. The second one is, say, it's brainstorming. The third one, let's call it planning. The fourth one, let's call it solutioning or creating recommendations. The next one is decision making, and the last one is actually creating a work product. The first 2, information sharing and brainstorming, is what most people do in meetings. They share information and they come up with ideas, but there really isn't a movement towards taking that and doing something with it, solving a problem, getting to a resolution, making a collective decision, creating a product, or planning. They stick with the first 2 at the most, which creates really a sense that they're going from meeting to meeting to meeting, listening to stuff and giving ideas on stuff, but there's no outcome. And that can lead to the feeling that I'm not sure what I'm doing here or what value I'm adding.
So that was really helpful for me. Now, we'd like to come back to the relationship piece. So we've talked about task, we talked about real work. We've now got into what that actually looks like.
Mm-hmm.
What's the relationship dynamic? What kind of puts gum in the wheels that prevents the real work from getting done, that prevents people from moving down to making decisions, getting work done, getting the outcomes that they aspire to achieve?
Right, and again, what's the leader's accountability in that? So 3 quick factors. One is that the leader must make sure that the environment in the team, that the culture of the team is, quote, safe. And what safe means that team members can come into meetings and work sessions into the team authentically, share what they have to share, say what they have to say, albeit respectfully, but they don't have to hedge or hide. They can just say what they've got to say. And they can do so without fear of blame, shame, or recrimination. It is a safe place to be, which then leads to the ability to have real conversations, bring up real issues, bring up real ideas, have the difficult conversations that you don't want to have in a way that's productive, respectful, and has good outcome. Those real conversations lead to good outcomes. Finally, and this is an interesting one, is that there's a sense of care and support that the leader can foster. That actually we support each other, we have each other's backs, and that there's a sense of, I'm not sure it's friendship as much as I actually care about you and your success. Like I've got your back to the point where I want you to succeed as my team member. And by virtue of my wanting you to succeed, we're all going to succeed. And that is actually an attitude the leader can foster by paying attention to people, by understanding where his or her team members are, and by ensuring that there's a collective sense of we know each other and we're there for each other.